Mhm.
What's that word? You say you had the worst day?
No, I'm saying like leg day. That's the worst day.
Ah, yeah, you're not lying, man. I'm already knowing, man. I be skipping lit. I be trying not to, bro, but I be skipping that joint sometimes, bro.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just run and call it lovely, nigga. Go on a little run.
Feel me? But what's up with everybody? How everybody doing?
Great, man. You know how it is. Every
What's
day
up,
All
getting
A?
right.
better, one day at a time. One day at a
Hey, he
time.
said I let the hair down on hoes.
Hell yeah.
Mal, what's up, brother?
Bro, it's chilly, bro. Well, it's really not. You know, all that snow cleared up and shit, but shit, it's cold to me, goddamn.
Well, what's the
Mhm.
what's the weather up there?
What's it,
Yeah, they
40?
got up to 40 today.
Yeah, I thought it was about 40.
Yeah, they got up to 40 today.
42.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, it's been a good little 70, 80 ball down here, boy.
I'm already knowing.
We been feeling good. I ain't gonna lie. February been feeling good out here, man. But this market though, God, Lee.
Boy, you gotta sink or swim.
Nah,
I mean,
fact.
swim or sink.
No, for real. Malcolm says so. Another Green Friday. Yo, if this thing repeat what it did last week, remember Thursday it sold off, and then Friday
Mhm.
came back crazy. We gonna see. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
if it's the same. If it do it again, bro, that's the pattern, bro. I haven't calling it. I'm waiting to see if it's true or not. But
Well, you wait to
we got
see
what? We got
if
consumer report tomorrow, right?
think so. No.
Okay, so yeah, hopefully that come in cool or in line with expectation.
I mean, and just about that. I'm glad you'd asked that because we were supposed to talk about that today. CPI tomorrow. Yeah. Y'all think these headlines are really driving the market now?
Mm-mm. It's just what it got to do, bro. It's historic. February historically a red month, bro. It's doing what we got to do, bro. Before we can take off.
I don't think the market care about the data no more.
It's just giving it a reason to sell off. Like, oh, this was our reason to go down. But what was the reason today?
Um, it wasn't really a crazy reason. I mean, they said
Mhm.
it just don't make sense, bro, because they said we got 130,000 jobs that got added last month.
Mhm.
So that's showing good signs of the economy. CPI, they said is looks like it's slowing down.
Buddy.
It just don't make sense to me, bro. It don't make sense to me. Where 130,000 jobs got added, nigga, where? You feel me? Said
Where they at
majority of those
though?
jobs were in healthcare. Said majority of those jobs were in healthcare, but still though, like where, bro? Like that's one thing about investing that I'm learning. Like, and Ian has said this a long time ago. You can actually go out there and feel what's going on in the world before somebody else tells you what's going on in the world. Like you can ask people, I think he has said, go to GameStop and ask how are sales? How are you doing? And he said what they gonna tell you, they're gonna say, man, it's things slow, things ain't selling like they used to, and that's gonna give you a good indication on how things are really going on uh, in the market and what's going on in the world. So I just don't think the reports are having an impact like that no more. I think every opportunity or every headline is a dip to buy. I mean, it's just been holding true, bro. Everything that goes down, it comes right back up. Every time everybody get in extreme fear mode, it go right back up. So yeah, man. Until it breaks, I mean, we're just gonna keep playing the pattern. We're gonna keep playing the game. What y'all think?
Yeah, I think you right on the money. Like I said, it's just the market just need a reason to go down. You can't just be running hot for 12 months. Like we gotta go find support and just cool off before we can take off again. But I know I already talked, so let's.
Well, damn near everything got our price targets right now. I was just looking at that price target sheet today, and I was like, all right, bet. Like, uh, Hood damn near load the boat at like 65. I want to say that's why I said that. And then what else? Microsoft at 405 right now. That might jump back under four. Um, shoot, I know CoreWeave and Nvidia report in like 2 weeks. So I
Yep.
just been keeping my eye on that, like 'cause that damn near go hand to hand. So I'm just like. really just playing the game for real, just looking like, all right, bet, like the ball in our court for real. That's how I'm just looking at it. So
It's in our core, and we just got to execute. One thing I'm also learning is that is broader market sell-off will intensify the sell-offs for the stocks that you're looking for. I'm gonna break that down. We got a price target or a great support at prime example app. We got a great support at 400 at EMA or 400 at MA. We see that that's where the support is. The market selling off as a whole could intensify the sell-off past some of these companies' support lines. Does that make sense? Does that make sense a little bit? I'm gonna break it down again. So for hood example, Adrian, you asked, yo, could it go down to 65? We could go, it could go down to 65. We're like, all right, bet, let's load up. And then we can be like, man, hood going lower. 64, 63, 62. Like, what's going on? Sometimes the broader market of the entire market can be taking a hit. Trump can say something, the whole crypto can slide, everything can just be sliding where it can impact specific stocks even deeper than what it was supposed to. So that's something that I'm looking at. So you asked, could it get down there? Anything is possible. What Kevin Garnett say? Anything is possible, bro. But that's definitely where I'm looking to. If it gets down there, I'm looking to buy. If it goes lower, I'm looking to buy it as well. Kathy Wood had made another purchase, so she's made three purchases. She made a purchase when Hood was at $125. She put in, I think it was like 30 million or something like that. KB, I think it was like 30 million that we looked at around 125, 126 a share. When it got down to 90 to $100 a share, she bought again. She was like, oh, I can't go lower than this. It got down to 78, 79. She bought millions again this past week. Hood is at $70. So it's just going lower and lower and lower. So um man, it's bound to come back up. I just definitely think like EYL said it as well, that Bitcoin proxy, right? That crypto proxy, crypto sliding, it's gonna affect Coinbase, it's gonna affect Hood, your Maras, right? A lot of these companies that are attached to crypto. But I definitely want to show. Let me see if we can pull up a chart real quick. A couple of these charts. See something.
SPX still need to get back over that trend line.
Yeah, and that's gonna be.
Man,
I don't know if it gets it this month, bro.
I don't know either, bro. Look at them four red candles, bro. Or two.
I don't know if it gets it. Y'all can see my screen.
Yep.
I bet. So yeah. And if you curious on where I got this trend line from, um, just pulled this down and I used the end of the April sell-off. The April sell-off. So when Trump announced the liberation tariffs, I used the bottom of that and I followed this all the way through to the top. And we seen recently that we had failed past this trend line. And that's where we've been looking at. And when it touched again and fell again, they gave us confirmation that we was headed lower. We came down to another like an area of support down here and we popped up and it looks like we headed back down there again. So what I'm looking right now at SPX is this. I'm looking at to see if this line holds again for us to potentially bounce back up. Okay, we seeing that. Let me get rid of this. Okay, cool. So we seeing this came
Yep.
down, touched, came down when everybody was scared, touched again and ran. This was last Thursday. This was last week.
Mm-hmm.
Last week came
That
down,
that
touched.
Friday.
Yeah, everybody sold off. Everybody got scared. Market pumped again. But look where it keep going though. It keeps selling off up there, right? It keeps selling off up there. Every time it get up close to this 69, 92, 7,000 range, it sell off again. And then when it come down to this 67, 80 range, it pop again. So what I'm looking at right now, everybody's scared. Market was down 100 points. This can be just another gap fill. Seen this?
Mm-hmm.
This can be another gap fill right here. And once it fill the gap, it can touch again, and then we can pop back to the upside. What I am looking for, if we gap fill, get to our support, and we continue to keep falling. Then the next support I see will kind of be at down here at 67.41. More orders are down there. All right. More orders are down there. So we could pop off of there and keep going back to the upside. But mind you, remember, once you start thinking in months, once you start thinking in weeks, once you start thinking in years, you start zooming out. When you start zooming out, you start analyzing what month are we in? Okay, not only what month are we in, how long left of the month do we have? Okay, cool. So it's February 12th. Okay, cool. That means we got two weeks left of February. Historically, February is not one of the best months of the year. Historically, February is usually red months, not deep red, but we squeak out like a minor red month. It's not one of our best months. So if we know that, that means we got 2 weeks left, and it looks like we're headed downward, right? So now you got to ask yourself, okay, cool. So I know once we are coming out of February, we usually start off March pretty strong. Okay, so if we got about 2 weeks left, you got to ask yourself, how much more bleeding do we have? Right. And I'm showing you the chart here because I'm just kind of giving you kind of just these key levels to look out for. Right. Do we go down to, back down here to what is this? 6,500? I don't think so. I mean, like I said, anything is possible. We could. We definitely could. We definitely could. But I will say, going back down to 6,500, when Trump is still very bullish on this year and a very 7,000 plus outlook. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. 6,500, I think things start breaking down here. I think things start breaking down here. We definitely could go down there, grab again, but I definitely think I think we consolidate for a bit, in my opinion. I think we stay in this range. I think we go get this gap tomorrow, 68.08, about 20, 30 points down. I think we come in this area, 67.45, worse, around 6,800, hovering around 6,800. And then I think we just pop, and I think we just stay in this range until February is over. I think we
Just
pop.
trade sideways.
I think we just trade sideways till February is over. Till we get out. Till we get out. So that's SPX what I'm looking at. App loving. Play we got in today. Let's look at it. Session regular market. Say less. Say less. So if you remember yesterday, we had gotten a lotto on the upside and the downside. Out of the lotto on the downside, still in the lotto on the upside, taking a big beating, but got it for a week. So this is what I was seeing on App Loving, right? Seen that double top up here around 730, right? See this formation came and touched, it dropped, came up again, touched, and it dropped again. Whenever you see a double top formation forming, that's a good indication that we could be headed lower, right? And that's exactly what happened, headed lower. Now your goal is once it forms the formation, where does it stop? Where does it stop? So looking here at the chart, they had earnings, they beat on revenue, they beat on EPS, and they raised guidance for the next quarter. So App is doing great. App is reporting great. App is reporting guidance for the future to even be better than what they just did. But the market sold off. It sold off damn near $100. Damn near $100. So when you got a company that's reporting good, great guidance, that's a company that I'm looking to invest into, right? But I want to get them at a discount. So getting at 730, buying them 730, nah. But buying them down at 365, 50% cut off of great earnings, I like it there. And it's at its 400-day EMA, and it's at a good level of support down here. And that's why we grabbed today. We grabbed this out for a month, and we're gonna see how it plays out. App is a big mover too. So one day we can look up app can be up 50, 60, $70, right? And so that's what I'm definitely looking for, one of these pops over the next couple of weeks. Remember though, if the market continues to sell off, that can affect app and make apps sell off as well, right? So that's something that we need to look out for. Like Adrian asked, yo, could this stock hood get down to this certain point? Like I said, anything is possible, bro. But looking at the chart where it's at right now, this is a good area, right? 400 EMAs are always a good area to start looking to buy great companies. So definitely looking at to go back to the upside over the next month or two. Let's see what else we got. We're gonna do Hood, Micron, and then I want to look at Amazon and Keys. I was talking about earlier. Look at Hood, same thing, same thing here. Look at this. Remember, we seen this top up here. Mm, got weaker and it fell again, a lower high, another lower high, another lower high until it fell and dropped completely. Okay. So now, where are we looking to buy Hood? Where do I get these price targets? Right? Where do I get these price targets? So we got Hood, like Adrian said, could it get down to 65? It very well could, bro. It very well could. It very well could. It definitely could. But look at where it's at right now. 400 EMA. Remember that 400 EMA are great areas to buy quality companies, bro. Really good areas to buy quality companies. Only thing with Hood, Coinbase, MSTR, Mara, these companies, they're attached to crypto heavy. They're attached to crypto heavy. So if Bitcoin keeps sliding, if crypto keeps sliding, that could affect some of these stocks to slide even more as well. Right? But you don't want to be in a position where, well, I'm gonna just wait till Bitcoin stops sliding, then I'm gonna buy the stocks. Well, you don't know exactly when it's gonna stop sliding. Right? I think Ian, he had said he had a price target 63,000. We popped to 70,000. You look in the after hours right now in 1 week, we are at, we're back down to 65,000. So we're about $2,000 away from where he said to enter, right? From where he said to enter. So man, just watch it here. And then another thing I'm looking at with Bitcoin as well is I see a lot of people saying just sell everything. It's going lower, it's going lower. Um, I mean, it definitely could. But one thing that I learned from Joseph is trust the pattern formations. Trust the pattern formations. We seen a touchdown here. Let me open this up. We seen a touchdown here. Bitcoin came down to 59,000, 60,000. It ran back up to 72,000 and it's back down to 65,000. Trust them patterns. Don't freak out. All right. See if this builds a lower high. Right. Or I'm sorry, a higher low. Had it mixed up. This could build a higher low. What if we stop right here or go a little bit lower and then we go back to the upside? It's just building a formation, bro. So trust the formation. Watch the charts, man. Watch the charts. Or it could come down and touch and give us a double bottom right here. And then bounce off of this line again. So that's what I'm looking at. Crypto. Remember, you need to watch crypto because crypto gives you a good tell of how investors feel if they're risk on or if they're risk off. If they're risk on or if they're risk off. When you start seeing crypto slide, people are cashing out, people going to the sidelines. That can affect stocks too. People are getting tighter with their money, going to the sidelines. Everything that's risky, equities, stocks, even precious metals sometimes. You'll start seeing those slide when people get scared. Usually you'll see precious metals, gold, silver, start going to the upside when everybody getting scared. But we've been seeing a correlation between the two, right? When people are scared, um, and they're risk off, they low key starting to be risk off of damn near everything. So that's what I'm looking at with them. And then let's look at MU real quick. Let's look at MU real quick. All right, bet. Look at MU. MU, MU, MU. MU, MU, MU. Let's see. Okay, cool. So what MU got? MU got a high up here, 455. We see that. 455. We see that. All right, I had two charts on there. My bad. 455 up here. And it looks like I feel like the memory story ain't over. I think KB had talked about it too. The memory story is not over. So the memory story is not over. That means we need to be looking to get in on a good price, on a good entry, right? Sanders popped $60 yesterday and it popped $60 today. So $120 move in 2 days. And we was in, I got in Sanders calls last week when I put in a group. The premium was getting hit up a little bit, but we definitely caught a lot of that move. So same with MU. Same with MU. I feel like if MU can come down and touch this 50-day MA, come down a little lower, I feel like loading back up on you. 375, 385 range, in this range. I would definitely love to grab MU again if it can come close this little gap right here. All right. And then with the memory stocks, last thing I'm gonna say, make sure we're paying attention to these RSIs. Make sure we're paying attention to these RSIs. These RSIs give you a good indication on when to buy, especially with your memory companies, your companies that are on a tear. They might not give you um, oversold measurements under 30. They might give you measurements under 50, especially if they're still in an uptrend. They might not give you those deep sell-offs to under 30, right? They might give you to 50, and 50 might be the momentum or the entry that you might need for these super high growth stocks that are moving so fast. So your Sandisk, your Microns, your STXs, right? These companies that are just going up and up and up, you might just get a retracement back to the 50, right? 50 on the RSI, right? Just a little bit under. That's all you might get before the next leg up. All right. So definitely looking at these RSIs. I definitely like Hood long. I like App long. I even like SPX long. Once the selling is over a little bit. So probably another week of the selling, I feel like, until we consolidate for the rest of the month, and then we get out of here. All right. Good on that.
Yeah, brother. I
Yeah.
want I want Trump to pull a theatric and be like, hey man, I'm different. I want him to send February up. That's what I'm hoping for. But you know, I like to just think bullish.
No, I love it. Sometimes I just be thinking like, when is it gonna crack? You know,
Hmm.
because you can't every single time we sell off, you can't just use a headline to bring us back up because you start seeing cracks under the radar of this ain't looking too good. Okay, market selling off again. Hey, we just announced a deal with China. Okay, market stay up. You keep doing it and the market keeps staying up. You only creating a bigger mess on the back end instead of taking care of the problem on the front end. It's kind of like um, procrastination with our chores, with things that we need to get done. Instead of doing it right now and getting the BS over with, we're just gonna keep putting it off and keep putting it off, and eventually something gonna crack. You're gonna be late to that job. You're gonna be late to your workout. You're gonna be late to that meeting. You're gonna be late to doing something that you were supposed to do, that dinner, and that one late. a rival can cost you everything. Follow me? So
Mhm.
I feel like that's all he's doing, bro. He's just procrastinating what's inevitable. The debt, everything soaring. I think it's just inevitable. What I think he's doing is Joseph said it best. He's buying time.
Mm.
Remember Joseph talked about that? He was like, yo, this is all time being bought. This is all time being bought till things get figured out. And I think that's what Trump is trying to do. I think he knows the debt. I think he sees the issue, but he's like, we're gonna keep the stock market up until we come up with a solution on how to get some of this stuff figured out. Right. EYL talked about it as well. Is like you're printing more money, adding to the debt. How are you gonna solve when you're making the problem worse? So I'm pretty fascinated, and I'm pretty curious to see how he's gonna do it. You know what I mean? Pretty curious to see how he's gonna do it. What y'all think?
Uh, ah, to be honest, bro, I don't. I think he gonna definitely keep the year green, but like just the whole stuff with the foreign countries, Iran, Israel, China, it just get to a point where he just needs to make a decision on we gonna be friends with China or not. I just saw a headline where he said we're gonna allow them to buy Nvidia chips and like two other things. They just bought oil from us, Venezuelan oil. So I don't know, bro. I just think, like you said, it gets to a point where things are gonna crack.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like things are being propped up. I mean, even almost artificially propped up, and it just feels like, I mean, the more things you're trying to juggle, it just feels like something's got to drop.
That's exactly how I feel, man. That's exactly how I feel. But shout out to Ian, man. He said back half of 2026,
Yep.
27 is gonna hurt for a
Hmm.
bit. It's gonna hurt for a bit. Andrew Tate, you know, he definitely goes viral a lot, but he says this is your last year to get rich. And a lot of people are laughing, but one thing about rich people, man, there's a lot of if you can decipher, there's a lot of truth to some of these messages that they be sending, right? Like when Jensen says, you know, they're a leader and they're a leader, we're gonna partner with all of them. It's like there's a message in the people that he's partnering with, right? He's not partnering with CoreWeave or you know Amazon or some of these companies for a couple years. It's like, yo, I'm looking at this thing from a 50-year plan. Yo, these are the companies that I want to partner with. So I think there's messages in some of this stuff there. Some rich people say, if you got a good discernment, though, everything that they say ain't always beneficial for us, but if you can decipher, I definitely think it's something that we should be looking out for. So I just think the market is confused. All right. I wouldn't say the market is bullish or bearish. I think it's trying to figure out, how do we get over 7,000 first off, right? What's going to take us every time we get up there, we sell off. What's going to take us over? Like rate cuts, maybe you say Nvidia earnings. Um,
Yeah, possibly.
I just don't know. I don't know what takes us over 7,000, but I'm definitely curious to see um, what's going to happen. On the real estate side, Malcolm, what's going on over there? How is the sentiment? Is it still the same? Really nothing changed too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty much the same. Um, interest rates, I mentioned on one of our last calls that, the interest rates are actually the lowest they've been in about 3 years. Um, but again, the prices are still high. So they're still pricing a lot of people out. Um, I don't know. From what I've read, it doesn't sound like from an interest rate standpoint, we're going to fall too much lower than where we're at now. Um, I mean, I would love to see us get, I mean, ideally, 5 and even 4.5. I think that would bring a lot of people back. Um, I think, I think in that area, it would bring a lot of people back without just the crazy, crazy competition that we had when we were in the twos and threes, which actually ended up benefiting the sellers more than it did the buyers because it brought so many buyers back to the market. You basically had you basically had scenarios where you had more buyers looking for houses than there were actual houses. And so in a situation like that, it just becomes basic supply and demand. I mean, it's basically, if you could be rest assured if one person liked this house, there were 6, 7, 8 other people who liked it as well. And so that just drives the price up, 10, 20, 30, 40,000 over asking. Buyers are having to waive contingencies just to get their offer looked at. So I hear a lot of people say that they want to go back to the twos and threes. I'm like, well, you probably weren't in the market if that's what you're looking for because it really didn't benefit you.
No. And I just hear from like my OGs and people like, nah, they said it didn't. I'm kind of curious is you know how quickly dips are being bought up in stocks?
Hmm.
It kind of makes me think, is there a correlation with these expensive houses?
Hmm.
If they get any dips, is there a correlation in the quickness that people are coming in and buying those opportunities that kind of correlate how stocks, oh, we got Amazon on a good dip, I'm coming in and buying that thing up. Before you know it, the
Right.
prices are back up to where they were. Is there a correlation with that with houses too?
I think so. I mean, I mean, right now, I mean, if you're a buyer and you're actually in a position to buy, I mean, this is really your time because with interest rates and with prices being where they are, it's priced so many people out that a lot of these houses on the sell, a lot of people who are looking to sell their houses are sitting for longer because there's less people that are actually able to buy. So those who are able to buy, they're in a position now where they have more leverage, where they can ask for closing costs, they can ask for um, a lot of people have been having to do what's called an interest rate buy down.
Mm,
What that basically is like if you take your most basic examples, a 2-1 buy down. So if you take the current interest rate, which is like 6.2, so for that first year, that 2-1 buy down gets bought down to 4%. And then for that second year, it gets bought down 1 percentage point to 5%. And so the hope is really that within those 2 years, that rates have fallen low enough that it makes sense for buyers to refinance. But a lot of these uh, big companies, like uh, big builders like D.R. Horton or Pulte, what they've been doing just to move units, they've been buying down people's interest rates for the life of the loan, which is incredible. But I mean, obviously, those big companies, they have the pockets to do it. So I mean, Warren Buffett's super invested in D.R. Horton and another builder, Lennar. So they got the pockets to do it.
mm,
It's
and
funny you brought that up though, Malcolm, because I bought my condo like not this past November, but
Mm.
a year before that, so like 14 months now.
Okay.
And I got a 1% buy down on my first year too.
Uh-huh.
And then from there, obviously it's up now and it's 7, but I've been waiting for them
Yeah.
interest rates to drop too.
Right.
But yeah though, man, just to piggyback off Magnate is that I think the world confused right now, bro. I think
Yeah.
the world confused as a whole because like everything that we talked about, like I work in freight, right? I'm a broker. None of that really affect me. People even ask like, "Oh, what about the tariffs and ships coming in and out?" I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, them loads gonna get pushed. At the end of the day, like this America, we the largest consumers in the world. At the end of the day, that's why we got these big semi trucks. And other countries in the world, they don't got big
Mhm.
semi trucks every day making deliveries, box trucks all day. So, but what really affect me more than anything, something that like we ain't even talked about here is immigration. Is
Mhm.
that most truckers that you see out there, they not, yeah, it's some dudes that live out there in the woods and it's people like us and all types of stuff, but most of them are foreigners. They come in, they not registered, they ain't licensed, and honestly, I'm just the one dude. I don't really care if you just taking this low. I don't care if you registered or however so. So when Trump came out, he first said you got to be able to speak English to drive a truck, period. That kind of threw it off, but not all the way. But when ICE came in, trucking capacity just went.
Mm,
Now, shit, right now, what would be a seller's or a buyer's market is the trucker's market now versus or a buyer's market is what you would consider the easiest way to explain. So now we got all of us going back to the customer like, hey, we need more money now, bro. Like this ain't what it was 6 months ago. This ain't what it was 3 months ago. So just relaying all of that to what we do on a daily basis in terms of just stocks, real estate, and all the rest else. It's just like, bro, it's just volatile all around right now. So you kind of got to get in where you fit in too.
nah, that's good, bro. I didn't know that. Damn. Um, and that's the crazy thing. That's what I'm saying about the cracks. There's so many different sectors of the world that are being affected in different ways. You know what I mean? Like with like when I was in DC with ICE, right? And then you see one thing with ICE, they're standing on business and they're doing this and doing this, and then the report comes out that they're not getting paid what they said they was gonna get paid. So now what you done did, you're not paying them. Now they might rebel against you. Now the people that you wanted on your side, now they're gonna rebel against you. And what you're gonna start seeing is, like I say, you keep seeing these headlines, keeping things up. You start seeing little cracks under the surface, bro. Just like Adrian just said, just like the market, just like real estate, just like the workers. Like I know Malcolm, you said healthcare was where a lot of those jobs were. But it's just like even with that, bro, like I'm not believing it, bro. Like I'm not believing it. Because I feel like we would start seeing a shift in the sentiment of people getting jobs. We're not seeing that sentiment yet. Not at all. Right.
Mhm.
And in reality, you're seeing more layoffs than you are seeing more jobs being added. You feel me? So I just don't know. I don't think Wall Street is letting headlines of data affect them anymore. I definitely feel like Trump had a conversation with Wall Street executives.
Mhm.
It was like, yo, as I fixed the what did he say? What's the word he used? Not the beast, the patient or whatever. When the liberation tears, he was like, the patient is healing. I fixed it. It's gonna take some time. I think he had that conversation and said, while I fix this over the next year or two, we ain't gonna be putting out the correct data. We ain't gonna be, they remember they delayed November, they delayed December, they damn near got rid of October's data. So it's like, yo, as we fix this thing, um, just rock with me. And me rock with me, I'm gonna get y'all rich. And I think that's literally what's happening. Wall Street is coming in at the best prices, at the best opportunities overnight. I don't know if y'all peeping, I'm seeing a pattern. When we start our next leg up, it usually starts overnight. It never intraday or at the beginning of the day and the markets just start going up and everybody can get in. When you start seeing the next leg up, they usually come in overnight. And you look up like, damn, the market already green. By the time you get in, they sitting on 50, 60, 70% of gains when you just got in. Now you only up 1%. By the time you get to 100%, they up 300%. It's time for me to cash out. You looking for your game of 100, 200, 300%. By the time they cashing out, you like, damn, what happened?
Mhm.
Feel me? So I definitely think they had that conversation, and I definitely think that's gonna continue. Um, People don't understand, bro. Trump has only been in there for a year and some change. About, yeah, a year in. He got sworn in, what, January 20th?
January 20th, yeah.
It's the second week of February. It's the second week of February. So if it's the second week of February, it's kind of like, damn, how much more damage
Right.
is gonna happen? What you think, Malcolm?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, these what, 12 and a half months. I mean, it definitely feels like 3 years for sure. For sure. Yeah, the actual damage that's been done. I mean, I think it's gonna take some time to see the actual to see all the damage or the ramifications of what's happening for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But that's why I say, like, what I learned in hoops when I was younger, bro. Control what you can control.
Yeah.
Control what you can control. Number one, like we always talk about, find that source of income, bro.
Hmm.
Find that source of income. Once you get that source of income, now start distributing that income into your investing accounts, right? That cash flow. Ted talked about it last week. Get a cash flow. Second thing, start investing your money. Put them into ETFs, put them in VOO, VTI, S&P 500. Put them into those quality companies that we keep talking about that are going to lead for the next 10, 15 years, and just keep dollar cost averaging in, bro. Right? I talk about it in my ebook too. Um, a lot of people know about DCA, dollar cost averaging, but a lot of people don't know about VCA. And that's one term that I learned at the investment firm. VCA is value cost averaging. Value cost averaging is um, changing the amount of money that you use for wherever the market is at. So what I mean by that is DCA is I'm just buying every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every month. I'm just buying, buying, buying. VCA is I'm actively watching my portfolio. I'm actively seeing, yo, if the market is super, super green all the way up here, I'm gonna lower the amount of money that I'm putting in at the top, but I'm gonna increase the amount of money I'm putting in once it starts sliding off. If that makes sense. So, for example, if the market is going like my usual DC, I'm putting $100 in every week into the market. $100 in, $100 in. If the market is at all-time highs around 7,000, I'll actually adjust and I'll start putting in $50 or $25. $25. Because I still want to keep up my habit. $25, $25. But when the market drops from 7,000 to 6,500, 6,000, I'll increase my amount of money. I'll start putting in $150, 175, 175, 175. Once it gets in the middle, back to 100, 100, 100, 100. Once we're at all-time highs, I'm starting to put in 25, 25, 25, 25. Once we drop to the lows, I'm putting in a little bit more than I usually put in. This is called value cost averaging. A lot of people don't talk about it. You got dollar cost averaging, you got value cost averaging. That's something for people that are actively watching their portfolio. If you're not actively watching it, you just want to invest, DCA. DCA. Just keep putting money in, keep putting money in. Value cost averaging. Yo, we a little at all-time highs. I'm gonna ease up on how much money I'm putting into the market right now. We start dropping lower and lower. I'm going to increase the amount of money that I'm going to put in. So I definitely look into that. And just keep it simple. All right, keep it simple. We talked about this. Just keep it simple, bro. Keep it simple. The investing should be boring. It should be boring. All right, it should be boring. Our goal is to get as much money as possible and have it working for us. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's just keep it simple, bro. If you got questions, ask your brothers. Use ChatGPT. Continue to keep asking in the chat. Malcolm, Adrian, KB, like we've been like everybody has been doing a really good job of continuously communicating. I got guys text me on the side. Text me today. Shout out to my brother Draft Pick. He had text me today. He was like, brother, I'm on that app call. Like I'm getting in. I seen Malcolm on it, KB on it. Adrian, I see Mace like Keys. I'm on that app call, like, and that lets me know that even if guys aren't talking every day, they're still watching everything you say. but still watching everything you say. So let's keep doing what we doing, man. Like I said, just keep it simple. Get that source of income, invest your money. Invest, invest, invest. Investing is not an option no more. It's mandatory. Feel me? So let's keep building this thing, bro. This is number 15, right? We had to go a little early today. I got a big event here in about an hour. It's a cigar and finance event where I'm about to actually meet VIP, the spokesperson for the Texas Stock Exchange. Everybody heard about rumors of, man, they moving the stock exchange. I'm actually VIP, and I'm actually about to he's a keynote first, and then after the keynote, I'm sit down and chop it up with him. So, you never know what can come from that. And I just want to show y'all, bro. I'm just continuing to keep pushing this thing forward. Super pause. Golly, that was crazy.
Golly.
That was crazy. Oh, Jesus. God. Woo. Yeah, but I just want to keep showing y'all like just keep forward momentum. He laughing. Forward momentum, man. Just forward momentum. And then last thing before we get off here, before I let everybody say something, you never know what everybody or each person is going through in the world.
Fact.
Just just move with a pace of grace.
Hmm.
It's my new slogan, pace of grace. Um, I got a close friend of mine, um, that when I was in college had called me this morning. I'm like, Nate, what's going on? I'm like, man, you know it in the market. He was like, man, Pops, who used to look out for us at school and college in West Virginia, they just found a blood clot in his brain. I'm just like,
Hmm.
blood clot in his brain, bro. Um, they had immediate surgery. Um, my dog, man, like great dude, great person, and yeah, man, like I say, man, just a pace of grace. You never know what people are going through. Never assume the worst with certain people's situations. People ain't responding to you, or people feel like people blowing you off. Just keep your head on straight, man. Just wish the best for everybody. And times is hard out here, bro. I
Yeah.
got several of my friends, several of my family members that are on food stamps. Just like Glorilla going through it. Like, why can't why can't Glorilla send me some money and take care of me? It don't work like that when you're getting up there, bro. Because like Boosie has said it, he said if the person in the family makes it and they give all their money away to their family, what does the person that made it have?
Mhm.
Nothing. So um pace of grace is what I say, man. People are a lot of my homies, friends, like I said, family members, people that I know, people that I talk to on a day to day. A lot of people just looking for work right now, man. So if you got a job, if you got some income, appreciate that shit, man. Appreciate your benefits, your dental, your health care, all of that, bro. Appreciate the small things. If you healthy, go to the gym, keep going, keep your head on straight, man. Let's keep going. Feel me? So y'all got any last things before we get off here?
What we
Yeah,
getting
man.
into
This
tomorrow?
exactly. Hopefully, we get a green Friday, a fun Friday again. Don't be scared on these red days, man. We're not gonna see opportunities like these uh, in the next coming months. We're gonna be crying, saying, "When can we get in?" We're just gonna be watching memory go up and up and up and up, and we're gonna be looking for entry. So just buy time, be fearful, be greedy when those are fearful.
Nah, man. I mean, a lot of gems. Definitely want to shout Nate and KB out, man. That just been sitting with me. I missed last Thursday, so caught the recording, but yeah, man, definitely been sitting with that bars. When the best thing you can do when your life is difficult is do something for somebody else. That's been sitting on my spirit heavy. And what was the other one I have it written down? Uh, yeah, red days are good days to put your phone down and get back to real life. I appreciate that as well. And definitely appreciate you, KB, for today, just as far as, and I'm guilty for this for sure, of this for sure, is when you put a play in, like going back and looking at it that same day.
Hey, that be killing you. You like, hey, is it
Yeah,
going up? Is it green? Oh, it's red.
yeah,
Man, I ain't mean to cut you off, brother, but yeah, that's the worst.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was definitely convicted on that. So yeah, going forward, that's definitely a promise I'm making to myself. Just put that thing down and trust the plays that you've made and let them cook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That'd be the worst. She put a play in the same day, that motherfucker down. Like, golly, I've been waiting. Like,
Right.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but we all know it's a part of the game.
for sure.
It's a part of the game. And every entry ain't gonna be perfect. We see that with that's why I respect Trap so much.
Yeah, yeah,
Because he shows that chart, he shows his results, he shows his profit, his losses every single week. And little does he know, he's being the reference for all of us to be better,
for
right?
sure.
Like when we joke and laugh, like, damn, this nigga just got in, it's down 50%. Like,
Right.
but he's showing us without showing us where he messed up.
Hmm.
And if we keep saying, damn, he keep getting in at the highs and they keep going lower, that means we shouldn't get in at the highs ever again.
Right. Yep.
Because we're watching him. We're watching him bring up the chart. We're watching what he sees. We're like, oh no, that ain't it. Okay, cool. So just continuously keep learning, bro. Keep reading too. I forgot to
Yeah.
say that. Read, read, read. I'm reading Techno Feudalism. I heard EYL talk about it with Charlemagne. Charlemagne recommended them to read it about a month ago. Whenever I hear a nugget, Amazon got it.
Yeah.
So I'm reading that right now. So just the end of capitalism is what it is, what the book is about. So
Okay.
yeah, man. My
Yeah.
my guys, my
About to
guys,
say,
man. About
yeah,
to
track.
let y'all go. What you saying, Malcolm?
I would say track caught out a good one.
What's
What
it
is it?
called?
The art and science of technical analysis.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me write that down.
Let me see who it was by.
Adrian, got any last words before we get up out of here, brother?
Oh man, I do. I was actually it's funny because before I hopped in here a couple months ago, I used to talk a lot of trash. Like, damn, like I wish I had a group with just like-minded individuals, especially like us black individuals. There's just everybody on their stuff. You can just come in here, and even if you just want to come in here and ramble, and that's that. A lot of times that'd be the best times where you come up and conjure an idea, and then just go from there. You feel me? So. No, it is appreciative just to come in here and shit. I'll be looking forward to getting on here with y'all and talking, especially like just seeing everybody doing good. Even some of y'all I know since high school, meet new people growing up from there. Like, come on, and then eventually, like, shoot, imagine a year from now, bro.
Mm,
Like, you got people in Dallas and all this. I was just out in LA not too long ago, and then probably gonna be going to XYZ from there. Like, and then I'm gonna be telling people, everybody in here gonna be telling people, like. And then you show your next person, and then you be like, "Hey, bro, like, look, this is what I've been on with X, Y, Z, and this what we've been talking about," and then just expand from there, bro. So, sure, we got some good stuff cooking in here, bro. Because I tell you that I wouldn't be if we ain't had good stuff cooking, bro. I wouldn't be talking, and I wouldn't be right here. Like, time is everything at the end of the day. So, like, we definitely got some good stuff going, bro. So, yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last point to that. I had a friend call me today. He said, "Bro, we all looking to get in stocks. Can we get in the ecosystem? But we ain't really just trying to just trade. We want to like learn." I'm like, bro, this is what we do, because there are certain groups that just put up charts, trade, 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 money, money, money. Nah, we actually ask each other, how you doing today?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We get to check in on each other. We got people in cybersecurity. We got people previously that was in the CIA. We got people that are in real estate. We got people in stocks. We got people that are in trucking. We got people that are in credit funding. We got people that are nurses. We got people that are traders still on Wall Street. Yeah, he just joined a group this week. I can't wait to introduce you to him. His name was Ahmad. Ahmad, we were at Schwab together. He
Oh,
was on the trader side. So when it comes to iron condors, when it comes to strangles, straddles, when it comes to any type of option contract or option position that you're trying to utilize, he knows it all. He's the guy. So Ahmad is going to be a great addition. His grandma's in the hospital, so he couldn't make it on the first week this week. He just got in the ecosystem.